Campaign 2016 and the Biden question. Will Joe run?
The vice president's family is said to be on board with the idea of a White House bid.
KCAL 9 political reporter Dave Bryan joins us now with a look at whether a big political announcement is on the way. Dave.
Lena, Peter, one of the vice president's closest advisors sent an email to former staffers hinting that an announcement is imminent and asking for their help if Joe Biden does jump into the race for president. So while many analysts and pundits are saying he missed the boat, now Biden may not agree. It was a day when the question of whether will Joe Biden run made it all the way to his boss.
I think that the vice president, like every other candidate, makes their own decisions about these issues.
This week, former Delaware Senator Ted Kaufman, a member of Biden's inner circle, sent out an email telling supporters a decision is coming soon. If he runs, Kaufman wrote, a Biden campaign would be optimistic and unscripted. He believes we must win this election. Everything he and the president have worked for and care about is at stake.
Have you made your decision yet?
Can't hear you. The vice president clearly isn't ready to say yet, but the email is apparently his supporters' response to Hillary Clinton's strong debate performance this week and the suggestion that the ship has sailed and Biden has now missed his chance to run for president.
I don't think it's too late because I think there's probably been a lot of people that have hedged their bets on Hillary Clinton specifically.
Southern California political consultant Fiona Hutton, who isn't working with any of the presidential candidates, believes Biden would be an attractive candidate to many Democrats.
I think they're looking for some honesty and a real person. And we've known Joe Biden has been a very honest, off the cuff, real guy, right? He doesn't come off as a polished politician. So I think he brings a different element to the race.
And there are also indications that Republicans are not ready to abandon the email server or Benghazi controversies that have been trailing Clinton. A longtime aide to Clinton says she answered all questions posed by the House Benghazi committee after a day-long meeting behind closed doors. And the Republican presidential candidates like Marco Rubio are not ready to let Clinton off the hook on the email issue.
She was less than truthful about it repeatedly. And it goes to the issue of both competence and credibility. It is irresponsible for an elected official in her capacity to be discussing highly sensitive things on a format that she had to have known was not fully secured.
On the other hand, a new poll just out in New Hampshire indicates Clinton is getting a post-debate bump, now running slightly ahead of Senator Bernie Sanders, with Biden slipping far behind. Here in Southern California, the voters we spoke with were split on whether Biden should run.
I think he should run. I like his politics. I like the camp he comes from. I think it'll be a good movement on what they already started right now. Keep it running.
After this debate that we just had, I don't think that he's going to want to tackle Hillary. I think that Joe's going to have to realize that he's just going to kind of muddy the water a little bit. I don't think it's going to do his party any good.
Well, that new poll in New Hampshire we referred to in the report also had another interesting number. Nearly 50% of Democrats in New Hampshire say Biden should not run. And Peter will expect to find out soon, perhaps in the next few days, which way Joe will go.